Welcome to the College Basketball Bracket Science YouTube channel. We have a fun, quick little video for you today. Today, we're going to talk about one stat that has produced the past 3 years. 16 out of the 18 teams that qualified made the Sweet 16 based on this one stat. So we're going to dive into this real quickly. Before we dive into it, for more stuff like this, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. It helps us out with the algorithm, and follow us on social media. That's at Bracket Science with 2 S's. You can see it down below on the screen. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the stat is 16 out of the 18 teams over the past 3 years that have been inside the top 25 in adjusted offensive and defensive efficiency have at least made the Sweet 16. So we're talking about teams that pre-tournament, this is not, including the tournament bias afterwards. Obviously, if you make a deep run, your stats are going to get a little better. Teams that fit this criteria have a much better chance of making the Sweet 16 than those who don't. Obviously, we have to fill up Sweet 16s, so there's going to be a lot more teams, but statistically, if you're looking at this graphic right now, probably 5 out of 6 of these teams, based on the stats of the past. Of course, it's always an unknown in March Madness, but this is a fun stat to look at. Let's pull up the other graphic and look at the previous years of what has happened. So in 2024, last year, there were 8 teams that qualified that were inside the top 25 in offensive and defensive efficiency going into the tournament. UConn, obviously we know what happened there, won the national championship. Purdue was the runner-up. Arizona made the Sweet 16. Houston made the Sweet 16, as did Creighton, Purdue, and Marquette. The one outlier was Auburn. Auburn got upset in the first round by Yale, remember. So 7 of the 8 teams last year inside of the top 25 in both adjusted offensive and defensive efficiency made the Sweet 16. In 2023, we had a 100% success rate. UConn, once again, we know what happened there. Texas made the Elite 8, and then Alabama, Houston, and UCLA all made the Sweet 16. These were the only 5 teams inside the top 25 of both. Then in 2022, we had 4 out of 5 that were inside the top 25. Houston, Gonzaga, Arizona, UCLA, and then Baylor is the one outlier that they did lose to North Carolina in the second round. Remember, Baylor was the 1 seed. North Carolina was the 8 seed, ended up making the national championship game. So do the math. That is 16 out of 18 the past 3 years. This does not exclude any other teams that, I didn't leave off anyone who fit this criteria and didn't make it. Every single team that was inside the top 25 in both adjusted offense and defense is on this graphic here. So let's go back to this graphic and talk about the teams that fit this criteria. This is as of March 12th, about 9:30 in the morning. Numbers are constantly changing. So bear in mind, things are subject to change. But right now, these teams have the best chance to make the Sweet 16 out of anyone. Auburn, no surprise there. 1st in offense, 14th in defense. Duke, no surprise there as well. 2nd in offense, 4th in defense. Florida, 3rd in offense, 11th in defense. Houston, 9th in offense, 2nd in defense. Clemson, probably the most surprising one on here, 18th in offense, 24th in defense. And Tennessee, 22nd in offense and 1st in defense. So if you're looking to pick, an 8 over a 1 seed, a 7 over a 2 seed, Auburn, Duke, Florida, Houston, and Tennessee do not seem like the teams to pick. And if you're looking for a 4 or 5 seed to maybe upset someone and make the Sweet 16, Clemson might be the one to take. That is going to do it. Hopefully this, is just a little bit of entertainment. Obviously, things can change like crazy, and March Madness is a complete unknown. But if history repeats itself, 16 out of 18 teams have done it. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button before heading out, and happy Almost Selection Sunday. See you later.